Welcome back to Come Golf With Us. I'm with Joe Barnes, the co-founder of TGA Golf in Canada. And Joe, we're going to talk about the short game. And I know the acronym you use is GASP, and if you've ever seen me in my short game, a lot of people would gasp, but tell me what that stands for.
Well, GASP is an acronym, John, for a grip, and depending on which school you're from, whether if you're from the PGA school, it'll be alignment. With our school, it's AIM. We call it AIM for the kids because not a lot of them will understand the word alignment. Grip alignment, stance, and posture. And in the very first classes and camps that we do, the kids will be given a very basic lesson on the four basics: grip, alignment, or aim, stance, and posture. And from that, we just continue to build and recreate each week a series of exercises and just build on GASP. Yeah.
Now, when you look at the young kids and they're standing there ready to hit, and they start hitting, of those things, which one is the one they seem to miss most of the time?
No question, it's the grip, and we must make sure that they have a really solid grip. There's many different kinds of grips. Here at TGA London, we concentrate on the interlocking grip, and although some schools will work on what they call for the small kids hot dog in a bun, we work on the interlocking grip. Mm-hmm. So it's the one that is most prevalently used on all tours, and it's the one that we feel that they should learn right from the beginning.
If a youngster went from, let's say 0 is you've never had a club in your hand, and 100 is you're pretty good at your short game, what kind of number increment do you see with the kids as they get better here?
Well, I think that you're going to get the kid that is just learning is going to, the score will be almost, you won't be able to get the number on the scorecard. But as they...
That's my card, Joe.
Yeah. But as we work with them, you can see them as their skills improve. They come down by 10 shots, then 20 shots, and eventually you'll have kids like we've shown on the show, kids like Mason and Sabrina and others, many others, Bryce, that can now easily shoot in the low to low 50s to high 40s for 9 holes, which is fantastic for kids that are 5, 6, 7, up to 11 or 12 years old.
When we talk about hitting the ball a long way, there's a guy by the name of Ron Lampman, well known in the London area. Ron is also involved with the Deaf Golfers of Canada, and he stopped by to give some tips about the short game to the kids here at the TGA Golf School at Crumlin Creek.
We'll quickly go over the grip again. What's your name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin was pretty darn close, So for Caitlin as a right-handed golfer, how many people have ever held onto a gym bag or a suitcase before? Right? So we've picked it up like that and held it into our fingers, right? So that's sort of like the golf grip. So we're gonna show Caitlin here, we're gonna step in, she's gonna have the golf club in her fingers, and everybody's got a little pad on their hand right here. We're gonna set a little bit on top of the club, and then your thumb's gonna be a little off to the right there. Just like that, good. And then for your right hand, we're gonna do the same thing with our fingers like we're carrying a suitcase. It's gonna hook around the grip there. And then everybody has a little lifeline right here. We're gonna set it on the thumb, and then the thumb here is just off to the left. Good, so something just like that. We're not gonna be right on the money, but we'll get close to that, and then we'll walk through and look at some more for you. All right, so there's a good grip we'll work on, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the chipping motion. So we're gonna have our feet a little bit closer together, because when we're chipping, we're not making a full swing. We're not trying to hit the ball real far. It's when we're close to the green, we're gonna hit a little chip shot and get it rolling onto the green, right? So we're gonna have our feet a little closer together. We're gonna set the golf club pretty much in the center of your body, right? And then the hands are gonna, once we get a golf ball there, we want our hands just a little forward, sort of over the golf ball. Right, so there's sort of our setup for the chip. And then the motion is, what kind of a letter does Caitlin have here? If you're looking at her arms in the golf club, what kind of a letter does it look like it forms?
L.
All right, close. What do you think? What's her arms look like in a letter?
A Y.
We got the Y is total with the golf club, or we got our arms that just look like a V. So if we're gonna talk about the Y, we're gonna get that little setup, and we're just gonna think about gently swinging the Y back and through, back and through. So there's sort of our chipping motion like that. What we don't wanna do when we're chipping is we don't wanna really do this. We're not gonna flick our hands back and forth, right? So we work on that grip. Once we get in line, we'll work on a little bit of the setup, get that nice Y, and we're just gonna gently swing it back and through, because chipping's not a full swing. We're just gonna keep it low to the ground and get it rolling, because we'd be close to the green. All right? So everybody getting a nice big line, sort of about right here. And then line up, give yourselves lots of room. Nobody's hitting yet, so everybody go grab themselves 4 golf balls and come back here. I mean, if you keep you work on some basic fundamental stuff, a good grip, good setup, and get them swinging the golf club, but it's all about keeping them happy and having fun, right? You don't want to get frustrated, because it's probably the hardest game they'll ever play. So you don't want to get them frustrated about this game, right? So keep it fun, let them focus on a few different things, and it's not all about just hitting balls. We do lots of different little things, and with marshmallows and hula hoops, so you got to keep them having fun, and I think that's the biggest thing with kids. Have fun with them, and then when they advance, when they start playing a little more tournament golf, they get a little more serious, right? But even at that age, and when you play some more serious golf, you still got to have fun with this game, because it's going to beat you up.
You know, whether it's the short game or whether it's putting or even using the driver, there's so much to learn in golf, and yet the kids learn an awful lot before they ever pick up a club. Let's drop in on Sue Barnes as she works with the little kids on what they need to know before they get out there.
What do you need when you go golfing?
We need a...
Yeah.
We don't need a bunch of tees.
Tees, okay, I got tees. What else do I need?
A ball.
A ball, I got a ball. What else do I need?
The driver, putter.
I need a driver or putter, yeah.
You need a wedge, you need your iron, you need your everything.
All right.
Don't pay attention to it for that stuff.
What's another word? What else can we call these?
Clubs.
Clubs. These are clubs. So I've got golf clubs, I've got golf ball, and I've got tees. Do I need anything else?
No.
Pretty much not. We're going to talk a little bit about what else.
How you do a field? Water.
A what?
A field.
A field.
Field and water.
Field and water. Well, preferably not water, but sometimes golf clubs have water, that's for sure. So something else that we need to get from the clubhouse. So we're going golfing. We got our clubs and our balls. Everything's in the golf bag. What do we need? Do we know where we're going?
No.
Yeah.
Like a reservation for there so you don't just
You need a reservation first and foremost, yeah. What else? Yeah.
a map.
A map. So a map is often on a scorecard, right? So they'll give you a scorecard, and I don't have one with me right now, but often it shows you what each hole looks like. And it also tells you some very important information. Yep. Tells you the par, good.